A couple of points I'd like to make. You got an apple, you got a banana, you got an orange. They're all fruit. You can't say it's not a fruit, it's an apple. You've got cults. You can't say it's not a cult, it's a bureaucracy. You can't say it's not a cult, it's a bank. You can't say it's not a cult, it's an association. You can't say it's not a cult, it's a corporation. It's a cult. We've got petroleum fuel cults. We've got internal combustion automotive cults. They all profit off of chaos. They all follow a policy. I'll give you the 6 dysfunctions of policy. You don't have to take my word for this. You don't have to trust my authority. You can look this up in any college freshman sociology text under the heading Dysfunctions of Bureaucracy. The first dysfunction is that a bureaucracy follows a policy. Policy works very good for assembling the automobiles on an assembly line. Because what's good policy for the first Mazda Miata is good policy for the second and the third and on down the line. But if you slip an unexpected or a unique Porsche into your Mazda assembly line, your Mazda policy is only going to respond dysfunctionally to the Porsche. Thus, when you apply a policy to anything as utterly unique, as infinitely variable as a human being, said policy can only respond dysfunctionally. That's 1. 2, policy following martinets and wonks can only respond dysfunctionally. 3, the moment a member of a bureaucratic cult realizes that his income depends on following a policy of dysfunction, and he cannot possibly accomplish his stated goals, he ceases to be concerned with his stated goals and concerns himself only with perpetuating the dysfunction and his own financial prospects within. 4, communication travels downward through the levels of a bureaucracy, the way my head orders my hand. But when my hand encounters a fire or electric shock that is unique or unexpected to my mind, in a functional organism like myself, my brain feels the pain and pulls my hand out of the fire. Communication does not travel upward through the bureaucratic hierarchy. It's as if their brain is so drunk they don't even know their own hand is on fire. 5th, the minute the bureaucratic member realizes that he can't communicate with the higher-ups, he ceases to try and communicate with them. He avoids the futile conflict of trying to tell these know-it-all superiors anything. This develops in-group prides and out-group prejudices. If you ask the judges who's responsible for the chaos, they point at the lawyers. If you ask the lawyers, they point at the lawmakers. If you ask the police, they point at the judges. The bureaucracy has no integrity. They're always pointing a finger at each other else. Don't blame me, I'm just doing my job, I'm just following the policy. And 5th, as pointed out by sociologist Robert Merton back in the 60s, the more one's life is dedicated to the rigid conformity of bureaucracy, the more one's personal experience is distorted and impoverished, leading to feelings of alienation and eventual suicide. And that is a quote. Now we people, we're not members of the bureaucracy, but we experience those dysfunctions in the reverse order. We're all here because we feel alienated. And we wonder why we feel alienated, and it's because they've got an in-group, and we're part of the out-group. We have in-group pride and out-group prejudices. 4th dysfunction, our communication doesn't travel upwards. You get the idea. Thanks very much.
Thank you.